Okay. Hey. So, this is. What is today? Am I supposed to say the date for these things? I don't even know. I think it has it on there. Okay, today is the final day of August, but I had a couple good stories that I wanted to share with everyone. Okay, so first of all, I want to talk about the greetings here, because the greetings here are super different. It's not like a shake of the hand. They come up, it's different for like every single person. Most of the time though, they'll come up and they'll like half hug you and give you like a kiss on the cheek. Like that's how women greet each other, that's how men and women greet each other. Men just handshake, whatever. But each person does it differently. So I'm not really sure how to do it. And I've tried doing it a couple times, like kissing someone like on the cheek, but I'm like too loud about it because I'm like, mwah, and then it's like, oh wait, I'm sorry, was that too much? I don't know how to do it. So okay, a couple awkward instances I've had. Like the first time that I met my two cousins. They started to come towards me and I was like, oh no, this is it. I need to figure out how this is gonna go down. And so one kind of raises his hand and comes towards me. I'm like, oh, a hug. And so I gave him this huge hug and he freaked out and backed off. And I didn't know. I don't know. And I was like, oh, lo siento. And it was just and then, the other cousin came up and this time I didn't want to hug too much. So it was we were really far and he put his cheek against mine and did a little, and I was like, should I come closer? I don't know how we do this, and I don't know how to relay my confusion in Spanish, so they're just probably think I'm this awkward twitchy girl. And then, but by far the most awkward. So my sister tells me so we went to go get our nails done a week ago, whatever, and it's in a lady's house, it's in her backyard. And so we were going to get our nails done before we got there. My sister told me that her son's very, very handsome, all these things. And I was like, oh, probably not over 5'6", but, and so we go to the house and I'm getting a pedicure done. So my feet are up on this lady's lap and it's grossed up, she's getting rid of all my nasty skin and whatever. It's dirty and it's disgusting. I'm embarrassed. I always get embarrassed at this part. I'm I'm sorry, my feet are so nasty. And then her attractive son, who, as I was correct, is probably not over 5'6". He did have a cute face though. He walks out. I'm this is embarrassing. I'm getting I don't know, doing gross. She's bringing out the chainsaw to work on my feet, and her son's right here, and I was oh god, nice to meet you. And then he comes toward me, and then he reaches down to give me a kiss on the cheek, but he was too far, so he was right here in my head, and I was I can't reach. But I didn't know how to say that in Spanish, so I was ah. And then he comes a little closer, and then he gives me a kiss on the cheek, and I'm shoot, am I supposed to give him one back? And it's just gotten so complicated. I don't know how to do this anymore. I'm thinking of just giving up and just I don't know what to do, so instead when my cousins leave, so I don't have to do an awkward goodbye or a hug, I just don't get out of my chair so I don't have to deal with it because I don't know how to do it. So I've been practicing with my friends from the United States. Every time we leave, we do a little kiss on the cheek. But I'm not good at it. And I know it sounds weird that you can be bad at doing this, but I am. So I'm still trying to get used to the greetings. But I mean, all in good time, right? Okay, so the other story I have was yesterday when I went to try to go to I needed to get shoes because I've been wearing my flip-flops, but I walk 3 miles a day, so it's really not good for me to just to be wearing my flip-flops. So I needed some closed shoes. So I was I'd be good with another pair of Converse. I love mine. And so I was looking around the shoe store and I couldn't find any. And then I found some Keds upstairs and I was oh, perfect. Those are plain, simple, to the point. So I was I'll get some beige. For those that know me, I like my plain colors. I'm wearing one of my classic gray sweaters right now. So I was yeah, look, and they don't have sizes past 8. And I was shoot, I guess I'll have to try in different colors. So I tried 6 different colors, and I'm with my friend Marie. I'm Marie, I don't even care what color it is. Just find me something that's in my size. I'm a 9.5, sometimes 10, depending on the shoe. I'm I never thought that was that I had really big feet. I thought that was kind of normal. But I was like super insecure at this store because everyone is like really tiny. It's like sizes freaking 3 to, I don't know. Okay, maybe not 3. That was an exaggeration. But they only went up to like 8. So I was like, Marie, I really don't want to go ask that guy over there if they have bigger sizes. This is humiliating. I've never been embarrassed about this before. And so I like, go up to the guy. I was like, ¿Tienen otras tallas? Which means, do you have other sizes? And I was like un poco más grande, like 9.5 instead of 8. And he was like, más grande? 11? Or 12? It's like 8, 11 or 12? And I was like, no, jerk. Not 11 or 12. I just need like 9.5. That's a normal size. Stop making a big deal out of this. And he was like, I was like, no, like 9.5. And he was like, no. And I was like, that's not even that weird. I mean, I had to go to the men's section to get my freaking shoes. But they're pretty cool. Like them. They're kind of like Converse. But it was just like humiliating. It was like bigger sizes, like 12s. No, of course not. I don't know. It was a little humiliating. But what can you do? Anyways, those are 2 of my stories. And this is already 6 minutes long, so I'm going to make this a little bit faster. The last thing is my dance class. So I had my dance class the other day, but since I'm like the second tallest person in the class, only second to a male, like, I have to be the guy every single time. So every time I dance, I'm just getting really good at leading. like it was kind of fun because I like to be in control and stuff. But I was like disappointingly good at being a guy when I dance. And so like at the very end, we were trading partners for the last time. I turned to my friend Charlie and I was like, Charlie, please, I just want to be a girl, like just one time. Can I just be the girl? And he was like, yeah, okay. But like I kept forgetting, so I kept like trying to spin him, and I like kept leading him. And he's like, Haley, stop. But it just came so natural to me. So that's kind of bad. I don't know how I'm gonna get used to that when I like actually need to start learning how to dance. I don't know. But it's fun. We were learning spins and like routines and everything. So I got the merengue down. But it's been pretty fun. Just been getting a lot of jokes about how good of a guy I am. I feel like I need to start wearing more makeup to show how feminine I can be. Because it's not coming off that way right now. But, okay. This is already almost 8 minutes long, so I'm going to go. Bye, everyone.